Ya to so Badwam Adom TV Adam J and now they are can see so besinko no so abo ama sima enwoche aba beto so ebusia atrase bi me so pensim mu ebre na ye de ebre we ni na se ne ye no da no ye nkomo ahodo a akoso na efa me ne ho ne o man amammo ne nkanko amafo dada sitine mu nsam na de bia esi hu nkonwa me din ka ba biem anope na asesro nkonkoma se ugusu a wo he na umaemu saa kwanya no saa no na ye ni gisem ye papa se ne ya ka no dada no nipa bia menu miensa pe ne bia obehu yanim ewa fidie so nso wo mo ta akire na edoso na efe nsuso no nipa menu miensa bi ne bia obehu se yete afidie so na ye di nkomo bia na nsem ni bia be ka no ne ye nya adwen ebi ho nso ana ne ye adwen se ne yete bia no for adwen chere ne brain or email kaba@myjoyonline.com kaba kba@myjoyonline.com and also Twitter kojo kaba na follow me there dimechi na chere wadwen ho na afi ntimi emwa enkomodidie no ano pensa mensa na ye adwen ho na asue ya Omampani Mills apenso wotie ma Dr. Tony Edu ekoda no na yemfa moama dwumadi a ono ankasa Omampani Mills no na ni suade hunu mu ene ni tirimu pomu na anka entimi moama amammu entimi nkonkan monetary policy enye monetary policy se Bank of Ghana no monitoring policy se yedi eni edi aban hihye akire no saa hihye no Dr. Tony Edu na oda no emse nra wo unya kwan ti asempa no komo no hyase ho na saa senya Dr. Tony Edu kire no saa na tie dia na ene edi important na saa asoye no wo mo eyo ebedi eho enkomo na afi yahwe se MPP se no obi aye na dwen so obekọ tese na nado ana na nado na nkasa kra wakasa obekọ bi ana esanse wo so wakọ na home na wasan aba Dr. Obani Nkrabia father at captain retired Nkrabia father at o da tudwa se general secretary no obekọ nemum obi nya na dwen so wakọ tese na nado esanse wa obe sa no wanim ne begu ase na yahwe o my Ghana ya setena mu nsam yesika sem hyehyeye amanfo ho kire wo mo anaso wo ho kire wo uye okay wani ji ne ekoso no wani yi ho afabra wani ji ho so afabra na yenkinkan ana odie no ka ho no sa no a nra kolebu anasefo eye oye kire kakra ene ye so musika no se ye kwakotuo sa ye den yo aye nsem bebre eno ne nkomo aye die na no pay ye nua eye Abrante okose US buy Wi-Fi power US embassy hey sunya bad we hoya anyway Samia Oku former deputy communication director this is the be former former deputy communication director Edma MPP na Martin Huhu so woko youth organizer ampa na so wonko ebibisa no Sami Akwaba
Pejo Zokaba
ye
na mi adarma on so ayefe
why fresh you
me hwe eja o clothing line for his firm say omo ye djuma kama why kama
opesa o shift attention ba
na o se me crowd bag bi wa
enia
koko yes start here but the back castle
koko ni brodo
kose bo float na brodo conditions e what country e shase a memo hu e bia sizes
are swati
and ne bo
swati
ya be shase
na want to be abreme
aba ne ma kobo ne memo e ding o mining pa na o de nkomo ne shase a te na ba me ba na me kura wiase mo sumu a Nemo egum no fully loaded content.
Yeah, here you say Bernard Alote Jacob, Central Regional Communication Director, NDC, eba be join here na yetimi ato ankomodie ni so ye kwa anim no ebrebe mu so ebebie phone lines na wo so watimi akire wadwen wo sa ankomodie menti na ase sonko enko ema lucky ba clinic so wo mo so asen pinsin mu da bia da etena se a wo mo na so asen na lucky ba clinic se ye mo amane ye se Nyankopɔn adom nipa nimde ani nyansa wa man adom akyede ahodo pi ebi ni nimde a yetimi de hwehwe niemam na niema esie na hintae no ono ankasa de na di a na wa kire akwan a ye befa so a ye betimi edi saa de ne sunkonim ebi ene nananom kwan a no wo fa so a wo titi haama e de sa manfo ya de nti obi ebenya wa na free ade ampa enu nti ena lucky ba center se yade enkoa na de a nyame amom sa nimde no sa ye mfa nsa yare na esanse wono Nyankopɔn no ene yaresafo ba akopɛ Bible se wose me man tampiem no na munya mo ha yaresa ye bo na chirim domre no moja baaye no ene chesa yaresa no ba nti ye ogidie pa se Nyankopɔn na ya yaresafo na ye gina sa gidie nso ena ye sa manfo yade enu nti sane yade ne tie bia no ode ba ye beboa wo se ye mpamu yade se ye diabetes say hypertension buja bruso esichiri yade ne honkro ne ba sisi yade yen so ye tena sesa anu a obesore na osisi anhwe ya na achese adwuma so ye kora ka ho bi na wantimi anye so ho nti ni nyina no lucky ba clinic and sebra na yentimi yen hwe yade ye ultramodern laboratory ye de abefo enfidi dwuma aka na nanom kwan amfa so na wo mtete ye ha ama no ho na afi ye wo se ye betimi yikura yetimi je woto ho o mema o baby o muda ma o baby o muda ni nyina no eboa ye boa ma opon de atimi akonkan efe ye o lucky ba ye bitters no ye di tu koko ase na afi ye o lucky ba mixture no ye di tu malaria na se tridi yade na opeso hwe ya ye ogumua ogakrom oguniba agranso edro kwantempo no so na afi kaso anyanya no kwan no so hara for lucky about center numbers no nie 0243201244 0243201244 and afi 0242758231 0242758231 and 0242238745 0242238745 we lucky na Nyankopɔn edwaka omadaroma na yedi mpensim mu edebra mama ka say nyame ya adoma and na 1st October until the 12th of November Techima Secondary School ye bedi ye 50th anniversary mekoso anama kae so okọ Techima Secondary School na ye nyina etimi akohia nyame ya adoma on the 12th of November ye the school no say neti bia ye ne jonse ye course school why Sami akwa ba biom
mejo so kaba
na bibia bako
nyame adaroma ohwe so
ede nyame ase wakonto no bibia ko
nyame adaroma bibia ko ye
na abada ben
na wotwe ne
o sa wo kure mu ne yente wonka
yes sonson ye ho
anyway ede nyame ase emse nkomo no dada asitire mu nsem no ka ho bi
okay
na ho na ye de be hye ase usukuko ni kose ene brodade bae di entina ade bae
kaba na edi kan no mame enchia penifo ne Ghana for mohwe o afidie so anopai
omojoso
na first yakase ahokyere aba na se ne memu ayedin eya mpempi no nipa dodo na agidi se ye boy sirim ne yeka I have seen misery ene ohwe awofo a moma ebeko school yet ni suo ne de bobesia 21 months almost 2 years yentua nurses for junior nurses for ka eme no mutimi ti omugu mountain so okolebu eye oyekire ohwe ene mmofra pokra ko school a ne ma nkahwe utimi to ema nakaba Ghana ni no Broadway 50 pesos ne Broadway 50 pesos na wenu mia wo nsema sasa umia Broadway wo nsema sasa ye ka ye nuanum say the big keke niema working for you tenka better Ghana ne cry but working for you no he kaba na both float when I in a bedia a bemeo.
Where's you say?
Where's 50 pesos? Wait. And no quadanchain. Na hwe kusi. Kaba. Hwe niema na ye wo mu sese no. Baby adu no ye akom kire ne mpaibo. Ade we 20 pesos a. Oka even 5 boss okra be yira obi. Wait. As a communion. Niema we na me de buy no. And yes, just to dramatize the shameful condition and a womb a woman. And Kaba, I think say baby Adom, a buying lip service I will pay no must move beyond that. Nipa da kom e wu kom. E kom ku nipa. Na ko se wo kan be 5 boss me say it say communion. Now to me mo brodo 50 pesos me yira wo nsem a ahen na nipa no betimi adi ad obeme. The youth of the country, no, so do na a disenchanted, disoriented, all the negatives, all the this. Bone ben pa ni aye. Me nim se na bottom esifatie. Me nim abusuafo etwen. But the conditions we face today in this country are fearsome. Ye koma ete. We are choking to death. We are not so sure. You saw the utility increment, electricity, water, combined powers over 100%. Wa woni aba kwasa bidi akon. No koto ono kwa neti ozo koto 30 cedis yi prepaid. Fiti anu ane na aka 22. 8 article. Na if all the budget for a month, and up me by me tie mo sister station Joy FM. Na Sarah Saibu. Post Bernard. Or say sachet water bag. Na nko turn 2 cedis. Okwa weekend you see 2 cedis 50 pesos. Insecticide spray na be 6 cedis 7 cedis. They say 9 cedis. Bibia the trend of it na cost as we see they are working for us. I think it's a baby a minor ekeka kono a to abesenwe. Ya jeje taxes for the past 8 to 9 months. And interestingly, taxes and statutory a year ya jeje enko. Ya jeje ni ese de man chai so enko. Ni ese de court district assemblies enko. Na or mine to working for you now, be any say working for us now. Be working the same. And you more a day. Se nipa tini show bema pa mu. And nipa na che say wo no hwe na nimu ane ne kasa kra na refi won so wo hwe na nimu ane ne kasa. But why? I knew this government will be a disaster, but not total catastrophe. See.
Now, no, as you say now.
Now, meaning say, modern.
Identity.
Because we share trend now, and then near Bufu Sempre was a meteor Kolebu head, no, acting head. Or join you, Sanope. Or see, when there's a change of government, near my slow in for the past 8 months. Meanwhile, Kovoya Dionka 22 months. Now, change of government, and wine from who to who?
From Mills to Mahama.
From Mahama to Mahama. Mahama handed over to Mahama January 7th.
Okay.
Mills did not hand over to Mahama January 7th. Mahama has been in the driving seat from last year. And handed over to himself January 7th. Where is the change of government? All those who were in government under Mills, most of them are in government under Mahama. What the actually major difference in terms of government structure. And I'm not surprised. Say, say now, mine kwa trend ye remo ye kwa se country. They say ye shepherdie and ye court to slaughterhouse. Then I'm kasa kaba minim se ni abotum si fatie.
No, one minim si we are saying.
And I'm kasa bia obia na bia se no behu se se no niema no se na kofa. But the crowd they ubie even o phone line na de busa Ghana for se na niema mu efa. Everything is on the rise. As we are working for you. And a Ghana 40 mom crumbs, they are second class citizens. The Daily Graphic or front page. 4,000 workers to lose their jobs. These 4,000, no, more wives, don't wanna, more ma, more busian for depending on this 4,000. To be had the ripple effect and say you have about 12,000 people minimum suffering as a result of the 4,000 job losses. Near me more thing. Now, sometimes you get frustrated. Kakra say, "Ya can or nothing seems to be changing." The Baba to say passing disturbance. Abana yam from so no. Obe kano ne. Ugu so kano no wasan ye foforo di ababetu. And that has been the trend. I see no solution in sight. I'm gradually resigning to my fate.
But Abana ka say sa niema Ghana for musisia no niema bi a enche ibe nano Friday na me deputy finance minister dinkom was say temporary and I say animu ya na abani guso a yen hyehyeye a enche bia Ghana for before
the only solution
the
only solution this government so the increase taxes and the taxes now we're increasing even near they bought even your friends saying you are born cry you cry you increase taxes on it. Second year you afford the bed door. I mean it's when you no buy no you increase taxes on second. When fertilizers you did be good or no buy ase. And also you increase taxes on it. Wellington boot or be shako anymore or want me canon you increase taxes on it. And you expect to say you still have high yield food production. By with magical conclusion. We are no fiwa. I buy catch and say temporary. I buy me the long-term strategy of it. Because I buy only panacea to problems. Me increase taxes. You increase taxes. I buy penny phone to be. About 5,000 people in the country they don't pay it. President and vice ministers and deputies, board members and board chairmen, DCs, regional ministers and deputies. What would you be?
No market to anti-tax in film. See anti-tax.
Buy now market to anti-tax in film. See a film as all still last so tough well. I buy penny phone to be. Electricity. We are told tax, but I say to electricity. It how come say you always have the poor subsidizing for the rich? Who is speaking for the urban poor? Who is speaking for the rural poor? One ekasame here ni no otikrum, here ni no tie krase. The gap between omo wo bi ni omo ni bi no, emu widen. Se akwakoye kotodwegu form akom kire ne mpaibo. Akom kire ne so dodo na nya se by se bia honhoma tie si usuo because eduane ne bi ni one wedi. Into the twaso keke. What the twaso? Hunger strike now. What they fast and I'm mixing.
Now, Sammy, near again, about penny for a can say
there's a disconnect.
Ghana
is totally disconnected from
Ghana for a problem. Or how you come, you know, Ghana or where Europe, your friend is saying Greece, Omicron economy, you say there. Anya bosia akatia kra omuntimi ntua bi Spain Sahara Obama bra obri ni ade ne yese ne health bill kra no Republicans for to atwene because niema bi enko enti enya Ghana fo nkwa na ebre enti obroni be se enya peculiar to only Ghanaians nye yempe okwa amama hodo bi so omsusu wo mo bre pa enti enya yenko a
kawa amama for so ebra. I can speak for my country where you pay taxes and the taxes must be used. Say ya jiji sikasi erkoma health insurance for 8 months, 9 months, na enko. And family honey America for problem or mu face. Any Greece for problem or mu face. Obia country problems who face different. The height of the credit crunch in the year 2012, it was 2008. And then my baba fa ko say we di achrewa. My befa brodo yam de buy if you move 50 pesos the achrewa. My baba befa boflo tea so the achrewa. is to dramatize the shameful condition I wom e Ghana and Greece. And I think say a idea ese ye hwe na niema ni bi wo ho no mo a ye ka ni ye. Okoka Uncle Lotebe catch said they are working for us. Working for us. No so bad or the slogan better Ghana. No ye they are tonum wom Mahama by working for you. And then Lotemo the cry. So no, a part of the former government. In Colonel the cry.
I say government.
Maybe my faces.
Miema alutachi miema kwaba. Alutachi kwaba. Yeah. Go jo tinene.
Yeah, me na do mo ade jibachi e.
Ere nyame na ase. Sami to aso.
It no me there. Me I see Greece for Portugal or Spain or US for. The problems I in face where you memu han has to do with chop. Has to do with say Ghana for do no and the social contract are buying when you sign. And some year quarter by in 2012. President Mahama catcher say Ghana's economy is ready for takeoff. You better abano. Meanwhile, you to abawi obe catcher say nam na tare economy no ya dwini na manasa akadumpe. Meanwhile no we are not part of a friend is saying yeah we nam.
Aban ni sisi kan na odi atua aban adwumayafo ka nti ni odi be ye sa nyeme ya wo so nyina no sika no ayedin okobo bosia so na mo mukure ya mo so mo kasa ti se aban no onye den
ti se Ghana debt bosia ya bo over 43 billion every year every month for the past 8 months they've added over 8 billion to it meaning every month we are on the average you know almost bosia $1 billion sense kana coin economy a yedi over 8 billion ababeshem na etise economy a yedi 8 billion ashem within the past 8 months yakomu euro bond they are just poor at managing the economy and statistically no can no quote statistics but man I'm giving you the statistics on the graph when you don't need to go to a statistical service to know say both float way 50 pesos. You don't need to go. Now the actual say Broadway miawa on someone saying 50 pesos Broadway. Any course way to tell you say when you don't need from statistical service.
Wow, ma ke gogu ma. No, you am bojo want to go man every day.
Uncle Lute. And I make us all the car. Then I almost the Ghana for some money the diagro na ya.
Ya be diagro. No kwasem na ya ga.
Na no kwasem na ka me dia to abano na mensa
fa ko go ko si chuma ya gogo ne. Ye vendi na wi ya na yo.
So make am. Me say o dramatize the shameful condition. We man to we chiro. Mo am ko komlemle he ya.
Although I didn't hear for
more down here. A hampo crown you. Kaba never more a day. Say, you know, will be beyond betting me. I yaboa or mine to take us out of the say baby I way because to borrow Rollins, no. Ghana is in a state of purgatory. Yes, a ditch musopa. An empire next year, but they could to go for my country and empire. I see no solution in sight.
Alote
Kaba
Ghana heading.
Mamenzi nganchia Multi TV Badwam tefunya na Ghana yezin oyeno kwa Ghana yezin Ghana osha ziro yezin na kwesi bonyi po omba Ghana kwesi bonyi ba Ghana kwa menkuma beji fa huzi kapim de bia Ghana wa yezin mejizi de yeah, politics of causing pan to bear, something of the past. I don't expect Sammy. Mimle is a very good communicator, but no.
This is real.
Sammy.
When you say yes,
Sammy, you are above this. Sammy, you are above this.
I'll disagree with you.
You know I respect you a lot.
Because bread and butter issue was what you use in campaigning. Bread and butter. And you say no.
Yeah. Mese pan the mo pan 5 cedis 50 pesos here be edito cocoa 50 pesos Sami and pay me who breakfast 1 cedi and assume that you are paid 5 cedis a day as a minimum wage and apply the 5 cedis so Nagana bisamda obi 5 cedis a day a laborer in Accra is receiving 25 Ghana cedis a day, a labourer, also a concrete in Azi. I'm telling you, a mason receives 350, 300 a day.
Away from statistical
30 Ghana.
30 Ghana, 35 Ghana. I'm a contractor, I'm telling you.
By day.
By day.
Hey.
Take it from me. Since I go walk once was there, what to do your mum. Until baby, I won't put my high one ma for 1 hour, or you man. 30 was a 1 year. You have 5 cities income, 35. Baby, or with 35. Maza, let's be realistic. And you know, I respect you a lot. And I like him. His manner of communicating to the people. But, Charlie, Kukuba, why a pastors? Eh, Naga for Kukuba, ni Panuna, the better public. You have me for Gogondi. Nembo, Ewa.
But I'll say, Niama for Tono, I want to know.
Oh, I'm not getting if you're to bear 5 cities.
50 pesos.
No, Ndano, I did 50 pesos. If you're to bear 50 pesos, 5,000.
Eso.
Awesome. Nana, I don't get any semi. Bizando Okonizema. Nala Odij Okonizema, Okonizem. But, Omana Yedin, Osende Uviasi, Numa Yedin. And if you narrow it to your country, in fact, you are not being sincere to the people of this country. As if there, so far as there, you live in a global village, our economies are tied together. There, when America sneezes, Ghana catches cold, you are aware as an educated man. But because of politics, I mean, most suggestion in there, what do we do? In our present predicament, what do we do to help government machinery to move in order to alleviate the sufferings of Ghanaians? It's what we need to talk about. Yen dissect as in the dam. But at the suggestion bar, next suggestion it's daughter with jaundice. Some jaundice suggestions are. It's like you want to ridicule government or that you want the fall of the government. But so far as we have a 4-year mandate, and 1 year po on under his mama's administration. And is it more baby and say essay epede unyangu offer kwambano no oshasa. I will bet in Ghana go as an no. But in a situation like this, I was just watching yesterday CNN on this government shutdown.
Obama.
The polarization of American politics, where you have extreme conservatives, will represent the Tea Party. Now we'll hold one speaker hostage. Is that what we want? It's happening in America. Look at what is happening there. And the rippling effect on the world economy. We shouldn't say they are better on air, as some of Americans is confined to Americans alone. It affects us. And so what do we do? It is not time for us to seek the interests of our nation, what we call the national interest. That should be paramount among all politicians. Instead of, coming out, most unfortunately there, and I will put this money, show them both fruit in a I mean, we are in crisis. So what do we do?
Do you accept you are in crisis?
Every nation in this earth or on this earth is in crisis. Every nation. Yeah, look at Merkel, Sicilia. Look at what is happening in Germany. Despite they will win elections, she has just towered slightly above water. But look at what happened. It's everywhere. Shinzo Abe, Sicilia, Banana, Ori, Japan. But look at it. Now Japan wants to win the confidence of Africans and to vote $42 billion to help revive African economy. Do you know what they're after? You know it. They're after your natural resources. And master, I think we've gotten to a stage where the world's biggest economies are dragging us along with them. And you cannot extricate yourself into me. You are being dragged along. So the best thing for us is not to use our heart, but use our brains. Let all brains come together for the national interest. Yes, for God and country. But if you in opposition, lose hope, you make people more dejected. And would that win you elections? No. It happened in 2012. When two men win elections, so you know they'll go to stage BR. Let's do this, that, and this can help us. And government is doing its best. And government machinery is moving in spite of all these hiccups.
Well, I'll tell you also the tune say near Kosono, yes, or international dimensions. But yeah, mem Hanusono, and you may be buying ya and no can be na ma baby at ye.
Ya can be busy. Ya can be busy. And when you're youth, they are not akin to going into agriculture. And just there one thing that we will need to do, because in every country, agriculture is the backbone of every nation on earth.
And I want to move tax to so. And that's the kind of model tax to so. How would you encourage a mabuno? Kwame so na be show mu crying. Say a tractor near you are more mobia. Se kind of the bedon so what the tax to
in African countries in baby kura marco in South Africa. South Africa, nothing is for free.
That's a high South Africa.
Oh, Mopa. Oh, Kwame. Hey, Kaba.
Yes, and I don't so go me new. Oh, the Kaba. Kwame say, Jamal Vion ever. And I was about to do a Uzuvio dancing on ever.
Strategy. Somebody are paying. Sir, or no pay escape route. Into 1 minute. You know why I make us. Uncle Lieutenant, we are doing more than I don't know.
Who analysis is on wrong?
Yes.
I sleep.
And I quite all last week.
I was looking at and do a go food. I miss the Samuel will go or sleep. Okay, go move from this or sleep.
But I'll tell you if you the big issue. As some Cassian.
South Africa. Out to Wellington.
Message, South Africa. There's nothing for free. Me just there. I had there 50 Kwame Nkrumah building. I had there what sebi tafrache. What in a way there. At that time in there, you was skinty. Oh, school free, free.
I had to say,
sports children. Yeah, I had there sports children.
Sana kind of
Mama Gacho. Inyuma, Moko South Africa in an area, be a Moko in. I had there is Kafangutin or Cape Town. What's a road now? Because an Escafuna will construct the road in. It is not government who construct that road for you. No, you also tax one can won. If you don't road, you know that. About 10 kilometers, you see a toll booth. A toll booth or dozen. But everybody goes to South Africa. Oh, but no, I bet South Africa or that approach you. Yes, it is true. Though they have their slums. But South Africa in its totality, a better approach. We want to get there. What do we do to get there? Only problem. Now, your opposition, your opposition, your bekan, your Katia Rollins, your Bakatia Gufo, your Katia Ata. And see, in your said, Abadi ne Yerushe, Yabeya, young man, Obotumpuna, and Puntun, a Bibakayam. I agree with you that we increase the price of an air what the taxes are to boot in Yamanyamado. Would that help us? Can we give it a try? There, if for 1 year, if your government priority there is to raise funds, can that help? Or help her? We have our representatives in parliament who can really go to parliament and table a motion. Because there are certain times to be a which you have a bipartisan approach to issues that
the majority.
No. That is what I'm saying there. Look, it is based sometimes the majority, some you can say whatever you like. We will also have our way. I mean, it often doesn't work. It depends upon the approach. Sometimes the opposition forces one approach was very aggressive and incriminating. Finger pointing and instead of coming with tangible solutions Obama majority take a stand. Hey, if you are coming to attack my government, I will also go after you, or I will agree to what you are saying. But Ghana has reached a stage, I mean, there at certain times in which you have bipartisan approach to some of the issues are of national interest. On America, man.
But Mami found Kwame Nkrumah no wagigi yeswa
Mankade Kwame
Nkrumah no wagigi yeswa sana okay sana kai Messi so ano wosi wagigi yeswa say kwala ya say se Kwame yeba pewu a
membu no kef asema magain there Kwame Nkrumah obe no bo fe na yewo
no wagigi yeswa
no wagigi yeswa
no ye niam be free school free se Kwame Nkrumah sha ase there ye ko school ye school fees anka na yensu
free SHS
enti mami fa wo free ho Kwame Nkrumah no wagigi yeso na ne yaye se ne yatie na ye papa Kwame Nkrumah wo no oja Japade o oja nachi ti sai
say ekachem de nachi otedana maka cho de has the Ghanaian be able to manage his own idea his own business Kwame Nkrumah be create Georg with so many divisions. One what it one and I was sharing year. And you know, the national interest in a certain period of history now is like when changing until I walk assembly war chim and I come what's there abandon Jumaze once you are what you nazi. Abandon Juma once you are what you nazi. Until Obi Oma on Fano, the Ghana Bokwin Mobogwechiro on Fano. Monusa obey here, ni small community hotel, a man for Buffon Ubo on Oria. Ya, my Georginia companies in your wegu. Look at Vago. Maybe the young one there has Vago served the interest of Ghanaians. At this stage here, rapid industrial and infrastructure development all take place here. And them aluminium has it served the interest of Ghanaians? So we need to ask ourselves.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a final question on same way. Who said that some baby ya baby drone. Any tibia ya timi. Now we can't won change it. And then they turn you do as a man or can we nye maybe who I koso abenwa ono kra oti abemu kra timu say ase nipa omo abemu no create nye mani bia na o ma chedi judgment that yes mun koji skaya ono kra so ye nwa ase muntimi tu ho na mo na muntimi koji they say in the office kra so sika some the man no di adwuma mo ma no president ya we omufi no chief of staff ya we omufi no they say ono kra office o te okra ohun ni o ye no alote na okase ya na ti say ampa munche ndi ana
yakede yenchenza na yanka ewade bia yakede bibi oti dem na you narrow it to the politician. No, it is not like that.
Because the politician no okasa.
Tell no a politician no how many posts. I mean the no office wo mungo order menyim baby oshepo.
Adenti.
Mgede. Kobna mo. I mean me onya ina mo party aba power na me hwehwe baby contracts wo na muzuman ye bi mezi. I mean the moment you know me prem na menye bi na muzu because MPP ba me nya nti mukobo se na makekam na manya manfo akasa wonya ntase wato ama na muzu ndwuma ngaka menye bi ma ye nti mo nko no office so ye medwuma ni bi nyimba ko no office a na mo ko nti baby ni dodo o she bo minyim na minyim ni table papers a was man a day nti na organizer no bregu na so enem wo se was mo na nka wazama evi mobu an de miewu na was mo anen kase nti bia na oga for his own betterment na bia na odi nyama afrafra I mean the muntu mu be man
ewu ye no moja no office ni ti say janka
na me so obo na me medwuma was a monitoring bibi na me mbam na for senior food soldier me here then mogo pay ho I mean the miss ben na mokono direct and he took me like a junior brother and I will go be an office and me baby obi ni dodo wo no one work castle no one also flash the house in lay
says much be of castle ho must we be about
na museum was watch castle
Galoti serious
no but I think say we cover my memory kakra nedi kan
na so okra no ye you fit board no so kra ye hu ba bi edo akobi won so ada na ejanka
dey bia make sure
no papa ohini bare ni ane papa tiasi o
power is not permanent o
ohini bare ni ane papa tiasi
menyi president mama nemo I was make sure me say that I will give him all my support yeah position on permanent o position on permanent
Alote mami bisa very direct question na samemrem enye no krese enipa no mu bi wo ho a no wom ni president me osi adwuma president Mahama bai yefio enye no kre
over then you don't want to believe that new king new law unless you don't want to believe that I mean the gospel truth is that
new king new law
the face of President Mills went with a certain group of people.
Oh, I see.
Now there's somebody in office. It's a new face altogether. And he's going along with new faces. But at least he has kept a lot of the old faces in order to create a link. And the more thing.
Nothing.
So I remember, Lady Kind, and the uncle Lotin, a prophet. A very prophetic name, and been working. Say one. Ghana for your JGS, say you're saying, Tina, you're penny free. Okasa taxes a cost right, yes, you're saying. You're total petrol. Ya toto kania insuo yesiye complain dodo wa say yate na aben besabo na yakọ na yakọ campaign bie mu a o make kire says mo besa tete ne maso afa he made a very strong comment on Bade for if Bade adwuma ni bi ba na ye frɛ ana meboa say we see Diana na ofrɛ o so mo na ye adwuma ana ye project
that's true
now nipa na be ye adwuma no ma but they fan say maximum they fan say 2 months but they cancel it's a specific project where here it could be 3 months it could be 4 months it could even be 2 weeks adwuma kono nipa ni wi a obetima tena fie for be 4-5 months on adwuma ese ete ase cause adwuma ni bi ba na mesi no ofre aboafo adwuma ni bi ama won frɛ na se no contractors no mo ye adwuma ni pokra wo kaba wo afidie so kra they have complained they haven't been paid ebi mo do amufie akwakoje bank loan do amufie akwakoye nsi ho
alote kra so o si entua nika
alote so
get fund FPMU what them go
get fund dey obekọ ho no every day na ho ye te se your friends them as mo ye rally contractors ayemu demonstration achocho mu letter ayemu press conference just last week na me kan we internet sunyan contractors and so mo schools under trees one was so saying say they drag the
press conference yeah I'm sorry court
it means say you have contractors that for a year they haven't been paid it's also likely say who contractors or more workers are a year or more juma anakaba you not getting my logic
but it doesn't work like that Enyima the building industry the building industry is land actually the pace at which buildings are being constructed
you think we are in construction boom?
I'm telling you
I disagree.
I'm on this one and
I disagree because as a informer look at estate developers. I'll give you an example.
After
the chaotic situation at Kaswa, now you have estate developers who are now investing more in the
Ghana afford to just send a bit.
Assassin Powerton. Look at Potting. In Potting now. Go and see Potting now.
Communist status.
Oh, no.
Because our mama can you. Say, I'm my time.
And
you had 30 minutes. I count you.
30 minutes. 30 minutes.
And I make us say, if you are contractors or no uncle rotate here, what confirms or no cry into Anaka. Or no pokra sebe, or nim nipa bebre wa baimo.
Anka ebia obetimi
Anka ebia it will be easier to even pay him. How much money or no wo sunyani or ye press or no nimobia? A very serious a wom. Okwaje bank loan of 50,000 Ghana cedis. A year, man to be an interest about bedaso. You do see kind of man, the value of 50,000 say na ye diminish. O the back on the bank, Krabeka so sand your moka in terms of interest. It's a year Juma no boka and I say a year Juma. And I say to your contractor car and oko to your supply and iron rods, your supply and cement, your supply and chippings.
But I mean, what about the same thing?
No, but Uncle, you see, this your strategy of
don't lay too much emphasis. Oh,
there was no period where 2 years you didn't pay. 2 years.
Yaba power now. MBP contractors say, P wastes banks, these workers because we ja.
No, 2 years it never happened. 22 months you into a necessary. Now, Obabesia no yen nessa. You into a you think so for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months to a core hospital. Na patient, na ba patient ni figu you know so crop wow. The motivation is not there. The country itself, ya bottle. Sikanyo, Sika one catcher as a omo dear manasa. Tiesa monpire na don't pay no omo yam no mon kwansari. Eka.
No the business over here.
Said don't pay a yam. Yeah, you nam yam frey, uncle in the party.
Don't be a yam, why you be that? Na jam need this morning. But you see, let's seek the face of God. Yeah,
I will not pray
in certain times.
I will not pray for them.
In certain times.
Because
I'm telling you, in certain times in the life of a nation,
fasting we have
cancer,
aglo.
Yeah, no one man has survival. Aglo for one prayer away monthly. Listen. Look, God is merciful to us.
So God
let's
seek
the face of God.
Starving his people.
Oh, how can
the government is starving his people?
Jesus Christ can be there. How much more the Almighty God? Look, as you sit down here, you are enjoying. Would you tell me that you don't enjoy?
Uncle Lute, I
look how nourished your body is. Look how nourished your body is.
It's not about
It's not about nourished than us. Kaba should be the president of the country.
Kaba ni pe ebi Kaba ni gin mo fatty.
No, the danger
you know, the
frustration in the system.
I would say you downplay prayer.
There are many people calling on you every day who need support.
Oh, that's true.
Say a bomb
pioneer. You sometimes you get
one
second. Sometimes you wish to say, call CB about phone so cry, you don't pick it. You wish.
Only it's true. It's
true as human as he is.
I mean, people will come, they will be opposed and but you have to offer because campaign time nobody will cook into such a person. You don't leave him to go with empty hands.
Or Simotia etana etitineti no party. Now message me also kwadu a embre.
So motia omuni kwadu embre.
Me also kwadu because Simotia etitineti. You are saying that sometimes, you know, money boy too much. Now, ordinary
say Ghana Haiwan. Me and Kanoko, or you say, I want you. And this is a me or the ma. No, Jerry. I get to Papa.
Here's a man.
Or you say, who workers or did your account. And I get him. And was I didn't. Now, for me, I believe that Saint John Mamekede, we should seek the face of God. Even as Christians, say yes, Bible numa. There are certain period of time, day of atonement. In my Israelites, they fast and pray and ask God for forgiveness. Nanyankopon way, oh ma endo come down 24 hours. I always say, there, if you're down for them, can't go. Nyangu pompe not in the say you. Na 6 hours, or the bada, or the 6 hours, or the bapi is ban, edi, or the 6 hours, or the baka sabasa, or the 6 hours, or the baka nyansasam. There are certain times when we bonafo no kasa, you doubt. I say, ne you abodama. That 6 hours. Nyangu pompe aman embria, or the kanyansasam, or the 6 hours, or the bodam, or the 6 hours, or this that, or the 6 hours, or this. God is so merciful that it is a matter of trust. How we can trust in God.
You know why I disagree with you? Dr. Tonyedu works from the office of the president.
No, now only this 6 months.
There were been man for 4 years, next 6 months. I come to war. No more opposition for 4 years here. Or 3 years at JSB. Do so that.
Some member I can be, but me Jim Kratos Simefi Abua for about me bar not on you do some more cabinafi. You're moving on to other issues, but there's small back yeah, me here message back we about. I'll say, Kaba, have you seen Salote? What confirm me one change that is going on in government? To the extent that one crowds also one who copy BAD. Anyway, watch it Abo and the Adom TV. Samia Oku, former deputy communication director MPP, Bernard Alote Jacob, Kojo Jacob, the only educated fisherman who fear. Ejin Krato, I was it. And Chenwa former. Oh, and Chenana, why former a presenter of I was saying, Krato Sima, and call Samia Okuba Becaton Yedun 70. Ebasia. Well, until no trouble, my pound Siman 9, Adom TV, you go say you didn't come over. Adwenchira Fabre kabatmanjonline.com and afi Twitter Kojo Kaba. You heard message kakraba na afi Sami Mfa Tony Edun room. Na afi you move on to other issues. Na intimini John Akon Mensa or say Kaba please tell Uncle Alote to stop globalizing Ghana's internal problems. Tell him to Ghanaianize them. God bless you for the good work. May that say. We all say Peter Kwesisapon. Kaba, you see that? Okay, I'm sorry, my king can. This one appear or say Euku. You are right. What makes ex-president Kufuor? What made him? I'm saying to tell Ghanaians to tighten our belt. Is it different from what Ghanaians are going through now? Also, Mr. Oku, I vote. So, Mr. Oku, should I vote for your party? Since you are now telling me this, Benjamin Mensah, Samia Oku, and his comrade did the same thing in the 2012 and thought it will bring them to power, but they failed. And they are at it again. I'll take good morning. Yehovah and Kayan home. Abraham Apia, I'll say, Kaba, I am watching you live from the US of A. Please, Alote, say, Ninsamo to Hockey can send you and Yadia Etogana for us. When you say compare Ghana to America and advise this clueless government to solve the problems facing Ghanaians. Abraham, we are here live for America. One from Elias Gubu. The living conditions in Ghana is unbearable. How can a government that claims to be a listening government increase fuel utility prices at the same time? Students in their final year at the Polytechnic risk deferring the courses because they just can't afford the exorbitant school fees. Does the government have an idea the number of poor Ghanaian workers who will be laid off painfully? This one too, the government has failed to empower the ordinary Ghanaian entrepreneur. God save us. We're hearing live from Tamale. One from Saidu Mohammed. Good morning, Kaba. Please, Alote, to stop kidding Ghanaians. The reality is what Auku is showing you and not mere propaganda. But Omiawa said, if you run an economy with propaganda, reality will expose you. And NDC has been exposed big time. Sakiti from Ejra and our Debre. And Kaba, the NDC is constantly increasing their burden. Now our necks are breaking due to the heaviness of the burden. Greetings to Samir Oku. I tell him, Yamin Shan Papa. Yeji number 1, no true free here. Alex to 4 right. Kaba, please tell Lotijigos says you ma umechanko to much Ghana for. I live in Germany. I'm watching this show, and I want him to know that even though Germany is also going through financial crisis, it cannot be compared to that of Ghana. He must stop the propaganda. Bright Abedu, Kaba, things are not easy at all. The government promised to create jobs for the youth, but see, they have placed embargo on the recruitment of even people teachers. Why? Why? Kaba, I'm a third-year student under the CCE at UCC. Our fees has now increased. One will say, good morning, Kaba. I'm disappointed in Alote Jacobs. He is telling Ghanaians Ghana is okay. For the Ghana is okay. For the fact that other countries are suffering, does it mean we should also suffer? This government is not helping us at all. Happy belated birthday to ASP James Ankan, District Commander Garu Timpani, King Garu, and our free Garu Ebreheng. K. Ebo, say, please tell Samia Oku he is more than right. It is Mahama and his friends who has chopped off the meat. And Omaja Dompeno Diamai. We the poor, we are still suffering. Emmanuel Ifisunya in the brain. I'll say, Kaba, I don't know, so I can follow Luta Bay. About it now, two in Futuro Ediguiani. Jumo Joseph, and the brain. Kwesi Eric, Kaba Alote is building an ultra modern shopping mall in Cape Coast. That's why he doesn't feel it.
Westgate Mall.
Oh, God.
It's smaller.
Miss more.
It's small.
Shops. What's a mall?
All personal mola.
Oh, I'm personal. Many group of people here.
Hey, I will take. It's kind of about me and so on.
Nah, and ja, be scabba Mr. Maminda. And I'm Vanga Tamba Monument.
As a Japadi.
Mukomo, Cape Coast, it may be annual.
Until else shopping mall.
And to be being Kaka, or be being a baby.
No more over for an hour.
Oh, ever friend, Ogamo.
Ogamo. Okay. Or him.
Oh, Cape Coast.
Pedu.
No. Oh, Juquaro.
Hey, shopping mall. Very soon. Modern engine baby.
Oh, it's been taking about 2 years.
I see.
That will be completed before 2016.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Makaba, I nearly.
What's your project line now? What this is?
I nearly cried when it came to the news. I nearly cried when it came in the news yesterday that the MP for Doma has donated tricycles to convey school pupils from one. Ghana. Good morning, Kaba. I do not believe
but
that
you recommend that them tricycle because we're explaining.
Mamin Kaimens, he was saying, good morning, Kaba. I cried yesterday when it came to the news that the MP for Doma has donated tricycles to convey school pupils through some distance to the school. Oh no. For how long can it take them? Is it not risky? Arthur Frederick Opon and the brand, but I will see and recommend it.
Good morning, kilometers. But from
good morning, Kaba. I do not want to believe that the late Professor Mills created that office without a purpose. If so, how come it was left dormant? Do we ordinary Ghanaians consider this as a lack of focus and direction by the NDC government, or they are in a state of confusion? As regards our economy, the least said about it, the better. But I also do not expect the opposition only to criticize, but to also offer constructive alternatives for nation building. Kaba, if they are not ready for that, then I suggest you make use of technocrats on your program, or try if UDS WA campus and a Kobe Emmanuel Eddie Bray. One from say Kaba, the issue in this country is not only the problem of government, but heads of institutions normally conniving with administrators and accountants to loot, create, and share the monies belonging to the state. Most government's funds goes into individual pockets. Nyankopon Shira Oman Ghana, Ayamba, or the Free Bembela, and now the brain. Okay, into also will be waiting media about kabatmanjonline.com. Sami, Tony, you do quickly, then move on to the others.
Metie messages our kind. Na a representative of the country. Metie BFEG. Metie BF Bembela. Metie BF Tamale. Metie BF Easton. Metie BF Ashanti. Metie BF Central. Because Nipa no can allote more no. If who ya in Konka, which is from Central. Now, allote also says oh yeah, because you may be a mini room hall.
To say be creative.
They've been in government for 5 years. Omo ye soon the problems ne come home. Omo soon the share. That's the condition we are in now. Two cases say me fanyam paiba. me bɔ mpae ne nye ye because the eyi kakra wo me mu ne mpae a aduane kakra wo me mu me fa mo mpae se dompe aka no nyankopɔn san mo ma hoɔden fawe that is that prayers nyankopɔn krobe obewu said there's something fundamentally wrong with me because abana wo bɔ mpae boa no 4 years ago
Sammy, do you trust in God?
I have absolute faith in God.
Do you trust in God?
It's not about trust no and I'm saying I have faith in God. Say no. Some me pray for the survival of the government. I won't pray
for the survival of the nation.
But I will pray. Say Nyankopon maya holding to go through the turbulent times. I name as a people, not for a blessing from government. Because I buy we also born pray man. Be say Nyankopon ya ka no be wi amanasa. Inti emom na say omo mo yemre obon pray Nyankopon mo yemre na ne omo ahummo bom pokra while they feast on what is left. And I've had a rude awakening. So me senior wa hey osin ni krom on adwuma bia no meanwhile they have voted for them 4 years ago, voted for them in the last election. Isn't it a testimony of nya ekoso in our system? Na me bu baby na me say no no so kwadu bunu no pokra se moti atiti na ji o wo tata no tontimi so na yen ya ye so kwadu abre one more movie from the office of the president. Tornado's office is part of the office of the president. On the workers, they sit with the president at the presidency. Now, a hokra into a mokaya, Eden yakwa kolebu nurses. Eden yakwa contractors almost unyane. Eden the teachers for grievances ya address it. Eden attack for put tag, you tag for ya address it. Eden at the ordinary Ghanaian no brodo ni bia proper gu form am yetimi enye biedi. Nipa bebre ko mo naso a omo tinisio. The burden of the Ghanaian, this government is wa accelerating hardship no. So we catch up and say me pra no sound in 9 tier accelerator and then afa na me be promo with him. Just say aban we buy. There has not been any month yaka say yati good news. So the anyem pokra no mama yenti asem de kakra enjoy for even a month. Every month we are no ye pilot the hardship, and it looks like we are now and we are going to enter the worst situation because the government is not telling us the truth. Because I buy catcher say I read Dompena Manasa no. That was Yarinamna Manasa. That was in January. That time no maintain anything from the monitoring and evaluation unit. What they are monitoring, I don't know. Because if they are monitoring the concerns of the Ghanaian, if they are evaluating the hardship of Ghanaians, but nothing works in this government. Didn't you see, sir, in the face of the strikes, workers nobody wanted to deal with the ministers. Did you realize it? Obiako strike cannot then go straight to Flagstaff House. Most of the unions, medical, teachers, they want the last man because even America for Brofubio say so Jinipanidia he can take his word to the bank. So okaba me judi na ka say o de kopudu ho no ma frame na me momotua. But this government were defaulting payments bebre into you can't take the word of this government to the bank. You can't. And then abandon individual credit media na pray for funds in terms ewo bank. In the form of government is indirectly borrowing in the form of treasury bills. One man no nipa ankran credit media no omo kwa bank akwa ko pay loan omo nya bi because government aba no so bebo besia. And government will always muzzle them out. Government we are imposing huge taxes on the human area. It's saying no, there's not a profit. Very soon, Ghana for the door. I'm saying a way of taking us through Slemen course. Was a band with the say almost there ko homos day. There ko first year pa. Now by the time they are through with us, we just say yeah, extracted juice now extract oil there with him. Now next time you could not be money a kotua. Near cotton with the bee. Now we want to chrome of now pesos out tomorrow. It's media the send me offer lotia beka. Say you may be any chrome ho. Inte say na see a be more. Na more now ye could be in your shops in the become.
Na wa adina work and ewa Don't use that as a point of reference.
Okay, one essay, a Juman Niho, Cabanyas I didn't say it. You said that you may be a new chromo. Meanwhile, you have represented them in government. And it's not a hope. Me say, baby, no take a sample. I say salad bowl. Obi o fimu die bi odi aba betum no catch us say baby efi ba na honye. Na first and this strategy ne say, o ka say niema nkoye wo brown half form so ko he central. Say ne develop wo. Wo bedu central so da binya na ye ka kwapa east. Wo bedu e so no bravota. Until before you realize they walk around the country for years so the government plans are far advanced.
No, why no way the man.
And you don't know why.
Oh, you know what? You see, you are talking like you have never lived in that situation before. You're talking about treasury bills.
The rate.
Sorry.
No, you're a businessman. I'm not a businessman. You're a businessman. You know the rate.
Let me also finish. One bill, you went in for treasury bills. One bill, you went in for Eurobond. And see, what is the difference? It's to make the nation survive.
There's a difference in man. Ghana forces.
No difference.
There's no difference.
No. What I'm saying that policy. I mean, policy be you cannot shelve it. I mean, you have to adopt or continue with that policy. And see, I don't see why today you come and sit down here vilifying the NDC government when your government did the same.
Into on the moral rights be so.
No, when it comes to such things, they don't have the moral rights.
But my mimi saw the antina eya kwese say abiding crofobia car just one year demonstration and sana abayan pusu no why bibia fa. Trade union is for us me.
It's been there. No, me say it looks like demonstration has become part of governance. The
is a bind the Okanawa yem few. But
is it productive or counterproductive? It's for the people to assess there as I hear ye, is it productive or counterproductive? And see, I mean, we believe there sometimes ebiana DDP yen na ebia obete wana beautiful. We've all been part of it. But the issue is that sometimes to them again, woman na nkasa ho woman me marry. And they will stand up for their right. And the constitution supports that.
Well, it is so be 2 years I entry anika.
Oh, simpempi.
Yeah. Ghana sitre
maybe one example.
Obra ni niema boya din obi be 2 years ni entry anika.
Oya tete. Ntino magade okodu bibia we should set our priorities right and find a way out of this. It will help us. But demonstrations they will have to do it in order for them to be heard and to win sympathy. But me just the bureaucracy so hoye kaka. Bureaucracy hoye pa. The aza or the what the imbrike kebi what the obodia obowie nefi odintakwaba. And we also need to revamp our bureaucracy. We need to change it in such a way that it will go along in line with the aspirations of our people. Now, yesterday, my British fool, what did you the man and yes, we see a lot of demonstration coming out. I mean, that's my belief.
Messages kaba at machoyonline.com and afi trader Kojo Kaba. Samuel Ku ewaha na afi Kojo Bernard. Kojo Bernard Zoo via. Me owahin best 20 more minutes to go. Now you be moving on to MPP in sensem ambassador ko national youth organizer.
Ade amadwen. Ade amadwen na party ni me process na up. Saying there are many considerations within the party. Team sure say do on so a positioner party member I think say I also look at it. I am not
declare Sammy.
I mean sir, but say
now over can CNPO
deputy.
So over
cover. Sem me kwa na sem me nko no. Adom FM nye delegate. Adom TV
delegates ni
papa me no kase. Na me so mo so no enum adwuma ameye. Se bie process no wie. Na ye kase ye ntinsimu a. Ye tisimu a.
And the national mutisimu dia organizer
and I think say party no ehwe na bia adwuma ye na ye no say ye be boy abaso a na ye be de ye be gina be bia betimi asomo more fine but party no gidi say before so and be boom so fine until it's the youth organizers have given it a serious thought.
You've given it a serious thought.
This is where I'll stop.
I don't know the microphone free biana.
Na go free say obi to me say oh no you under intense pressure obi so you under pressure obi so say me I think it's agronomy yin won bebre but at least I've been in it long enough to know when chess is being played and when draft is being played. So be do when I bought chess ehun when I bought dame so so ehun.
You say chess na man for born one.
Oh na me ka say mamre so but I think say kaba say if NPP mebu gidi say millennium and a beboa party no in ye niema bebre in we focus and rebrand. I'm sure say I won't be a bad candidate.
That's a confirmation.
Well,
you will run.
It's good for him. I mean, it's good to aspire to a high political position. I tried and it did not work for me, but I'm not perturbed. I'm contributing my quota.
In any way?
In every way, in every manner to help my party and my country. But I think that honestly, I will support him. He's good.
So I mean, you're moving on to other issues or more party crew.
All them so they are two and Claro, the box from Mupa.
Now the one can be to
survive 1 hour. A very good grounds for him.
No. You rather be surprised.
So now, I make car one. Before to do no, say when we you when him say position na Abeton Pino, one move pribi. So say Chairman Jake so beko as national chairman, Fred Owari so beko, Paul Afoku so beko, one bium. 17 so beko, one bium. Omodoso, General Secretary Sir John so beko, Yabwa Ben so beko, Nkrabia father ati so beko, Kwabena Japan so amount for church so no onko, Minyanti so no so benya kwa aye bebre any adie. Na proposal I say mpenifu bi so atro e dia koto mo party mpenifu anim say nka more parliament ne mo nko on oppose ebinum suggest almost all the regions chairman for ba na do ono so yes wo nko biem ono so nko ho memra ne mo party mi sa ne ma ekoso by this time en na hia pa mo en na hia mo
me that's it nearly kind of for the past 3 weeks and some na be bia me can be. Now, because of position, na me woman.
It's say only position ni bi
ba. Say but
it's your former.
Former no first na ebo bi former na nim say beto me. Formership has cut out with me name boss and I come here members of the former yiri na. It shows us say life is a transition. Na no kre woman say NDC ni MPP. Anytime a party ni mu bia na obeko opposition, people believe say omo ideas. Esenke we ye de toa. At West no, say ideas no are more generating. Except maybe I call it passionate, legitimate differences. Passionate, legitimate differences.
In common
ekoso no emotions wom. And the legitimacy say have that debate. But that difference no. Me, I think it should be healthy. So far, no, I think Nyama ain't getting out of hand. Maybe who knows that? And confront natural margin on different issues. But Ubusamia, I also have my own sense of opinion. But funny enough, no, I will choose to use the party structure. I'll choose to may address it through another means. And penifoni be brea kasa. Penifoni be actual margin see the Fabian Kuman, a visit the Fenifan. Nina, no be him no. Niye omuna all those talking no omuna they will tell you say omo per party niye. Now if me be a debate no and I say yes center debate no on radio and TV who is going to collate the results? Who is going to collate it? Because maybe the margin bar. No, be so the margin bar Zabzugu Tatali. Already you saw her. No, be so the margin bar. Your friend saying a disco. Western regional. Who is going to collate that? But when the party has its own structure there, I'm sure say my position on this new proposal. No one national council member will feel my region from the eastern region. I have regional chairman. I have regional secretary. Me members of parliament are still representing them. Position you can channel it through them. And for me, I think say NPP will come out stronger after this whole passionate, legitimate difference. And anything, because party building, it is like a salad bowl, or lettuce home, or cabbage home, or carrot home, or spring onions home. We are all day mayonnaise and answer salad cream guso.
No, salad bar.
No, what can you now fry? What can you now fry? What can you now fry now? Would a 1 unit. May I think Senior Messer say we should keep our eye on the ball. And make catch NPP in penny for and the NPP rank and file. Look, Ghana for are looking up to us for solutions, cutting edge solutions to the problems facing the country. Ghana for looking up to us say a bino ne shortcoming then I war as an alternative. Ghanaians are looking up to us for a future of opportunities. Say at least in almost so brain a day and near my big work you bet me so the abeboa a memo. And for me, I think say we are spending too much time on some of these debates. I may be wrong. I stand to be corrected. Party me penimum, party in Shisha structures womb, Ushemukrana may make the lowest ranks. I'm more of a foot soldier than part of the ruling in the party. But I think it's the views of the party people. Because at the end, what the bread party for? If at the end of the day, party for say, your president say crowd, may they cancel. Your day a friend is saying, Anoma, and the dinner party, no, and a party for part, you give it to them. If party for the catch or say, you perceive a court this direction, and give it to them. As to people asking people to contest there, me sure see do. Because
Flabber is the amount we
say Obiawa Dofo. Obiasu Webusia.
Doctor and say a friend.
And I make can say Obiawa Dofo, Obiawa schoolmate, Obiawa Namfo. The pressure need be on can be family and I can be external. But yen share which one will best represent the MPP and the Ghanaian people in government. For me, I'm a party person.
Messages now for Alotenya the 90 phone calls kakra. Happy birthday, Gladys Glover Courty ya Tantra Hill. Adade Alote Papu. Ya Food and Drugs Board. Martin Kanyi Martin Kanyi on crime. Martina Kanyi Barclays Bank Kwame Nkrumah Circle. PLC Anti-Maggie or Maggie's Bakery also a car jano munina na mo birthday nyamenchira mu ye papa other messages about Gizo if we separate him pom kaba please tell Samuel Okuda we been calling him to contest so one contest in here recapture power all right Gizo na the happy birthday in comma Gabriel Owusu Bonda wo Bema Camp Corporal Owusu Bonda and also we infa amount. Chef Manatonsu Kumasi Kaba. I am saddened by seeing the size of the Samuel Kugus this morning. This is what Ghanaians voted for. Mahama, any other Pepe Biademo, my Ghana. Samuel Kunyamin Shroud. One, okay, we free him anyway. Arote, MPP, matters are rising.
That is one step for him to become the National Youth Organizer by bringing Kosi and both wrote and panel.
Respond. I don't respond.
Oh, one step at least. So from the text message, yes, he started his lunches campaign with both wrote. But Mr. Hamid, I endorse you.
No. I love this endorsement. Oh, you keep to the issues.
No, but I will endorse you. Ne Kaba.
Alote.
MPP and matters are rising. It's like MPP is back to its old days, 1992 to 98. The man party is here, yo. Na clicks are all Professor Dubois. If you go do Nana Akufo-Addo, ne President Kufuor, then Mr. Kufuor. There, they ought to learn from NDC's mistakes. They be Amaka, and I will keep on saying it. For me, I have nothing to gain or to lose if there's trouble in the MPP. But it will not help our democracy if the thing become very violent, knowing them and knowing their background. So, one didn't escalate to a certain level, or erupt into a violence. That is where I will express my concern, because no government will be in power without a credible opposition. If that opposition is not stronger, government will always have its way. But to nurture democracy and help it to grow, we need a vibrant opposition party, always to keep government on its toes. And I will always appeal to them to let minds reign instead of the heart directing affairs within the party. And we've come out of that. We've learned our lessons. Now I'm catch you there. One hour from what team B and Nika led by the General Secretary of the NDC and then the Vice President, who is now the sitting President, His Excellency Your Mama, were able to galvanize the youth. And look at it today. Youth are because Omembiala in your renten and Mabawa will be to Oman in human, Oman on time, Papa, and pay foot treaty, no one. No what to maintain for most walk or kind. The moon say. Until a go to stage BR, this throwing of stones and moss slinging and nigga come on, it will not help them. And more so when there are a group of people who are trying to personify Nana Akufo-Addo, as if they don't have any alternative, and that it is only Nana Akufo-Addo who can salvage the image of the party. Having gone to the Supreme Court and having been battered out of that place, it has given room for those who were sitting on the fence. Inganga wana Samakanu wa Fatima wana why we was to. There were a lot of people who were against this court issue within the MPP. And that is what is coming out.
To woman on Masasa Kasana.
Or today, when you know, we did not go for the Samia Uguchi walk or two. No one by Adipa is a Gezi Gofia. I dare is by a way, so walk on the way, mini serious, no way you when you there. Oh, they are in full support. This, what is happening in the MPP tells you.
All is not
then
all.
The majority of the leadership of the MPP, they weren't in support of that court case. They felt they were just wasting time instead of rebuilding the party. And people have come out to express that sentiment. And see, one thing Nemo, Majizi there, the dust will settle, and who is Charlie?
Oh yeah, then the dust will settle. You be Charlie, you be beautiful license. Na yet me at the community abana we de amen scientific about hospital say what the Ghana for say so by imagine first imagine atum na Nyankopon adoma odi afa no so no enu papa ene ayarhwe papa West African sub-region nye Ghana nko oko Togo oko baby bia no a omo abiem krabata hodo bia chire Ghana for kwan befa so atena se no manya yare pa nunti ene yaye Dr. Mimbonso, the president of the West African Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association Ghana new and yabon sabas body nti se ope safe, efficacious and approved traditional medications Food and Drugs Authority for the so amen scientific about hospital so ope say a doctor for you do ma fanti mu or Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology herbal medical practice woman na ye adwuma ho amen scientific about hospital say apomudin hu komodidie ho akade health facilities and equipment amen scientific about hospital say environment and I say biaye ana baby a wotena ne asa ya de na ye kama na amen scientific about hospital krabata no do so nkran your bacho na Spintex Road any total filling station in a boy fipam afi domi old Ghana Telecom abrosan no ho anso okwa wo so bitimi akan takrade wa premdo and afi nkoko kani DC ni fie wa kumasi wa twumate chimai obetimi afren 0275 275 254 0275 275 254 0207 229 505 0207 229 505 na enkoma ho no enkoma ye di bre ni Lucky Herbal Clinic Adaroma and I go so I de bra sabre ye bi phone lines in 030 2211701 2211702 2211703 and afi 2211704 fra na wajumo TV gizo separate impom ye watching
Abrantie tudum tintin kase anwo fedia ti sema penda na kofo oni samia ukunya sada mo form ti onu so hwe nanimu a abrantie tudum tintin kase anwo fedia ne ho feye pa o ja se mi nua ma de nyina samia uku hwe we buta sabi whether you like it or not you for Canada no ye di show kon why ultimi nyim to from da enu de o ye de ya pele sansa ye ni adwuma obotumi aye de man pipikuo no why ye bi pen o ja se o hwe ni leadership exuberance o hwe leadership qualities eni ni ma wonu mu a me ni akaba this is the whole world obia ti se ni okudia
na gizo nti wanchi arote
o ja se
wanchi ano oko
onu de me na tis ayo every day in Bakra. And that's the Kumai. What we say, the boys want to Kuma official town.
Nine.
Yo,
Next year, boy.
2 p.m. I'm watching. Hello, 2 p.m.
Hello.
2 p.m. I'm watching.
Oh, so.
Jina baby, you know how many you Chelsea? Why?
Hello, Kaba.
Yes, me and you.
Better son, 2 p.m. Wow, said think I'm in DC you talking. Na catch no offer Alote Jacob, the Araka Aremu, Okum Komnana, the Igwe Chief Canton Board, and Mr. Aloto, a memento artist. So what is it, Jama? Now, come on, near GU for no for some Bantam or Yaduma. One of the light microfinance manager woman for Mr. Bidiako, also Mr. Alote, where I talk, what day. Education to one campaign, my man, to organize. I'm to Mamma at Antama.
Yo, that's it.
Me for my free. And they say MPP, Master, Sama Boba. I say, I can't tell you, I'm chairman. It just the move Kumasia pa FF to ne a chairman to me. Hey, a MPP pa ni. They say that there is fire in MPP. Na me de bi ameka ma asemo. Be say MPP for pa Kaba. Asemo pa Magdes, Mr. Rote, sorry on pamo. So once you send from one MPP party, it will be in opposition forever, and the great party led by His Excellency Obama John Dramani Mahama.
Very well, Mini Ayada say, Dansuman, both you watching. Hello, Dansuman, good morning. Both in here, me boy.
Good morning. At the same.
Nyamiado, me and you.
Yeah. Maybe I say, and yet, na I allocate the cost of kind. I allocate them and then you concept of
oh, Ozzy.
What can I need you concept to one episode saying?
Every party, it will.
Both to Jina, how many to Chelsea?
Your money now.
Hello? I'm saying, how many to Chelsea? You're caught a chuman. Raman, I'm watching.
Me do so Kaba.
Kasa.
Yo me da se nda no pe. Die di kan mamitia
Dr. Suleiman Achanso, MPP parliamentary candidate, Bole Bamboy, or Shem Papa Jumadi, the Bia or Chong. Now, Minia Penini, Mia Miromodo, Samuel Raman Techima, Mechiao Dano Papa, say the amount of Cana, a Jew to Pecope. You organize the no way. Wow, dear. Mammy call Jacob and Samuel. A young man this for war, I dare be say. Say, who beg na platform now we shake Cana for war. Sir, and Dadan on Tono, Mupese, Mumbun, Musana from room. Say, no one, say, blink him. Say, I Ghana for your need that was all your summer. In someone would come to and then they yet I only say, I better Ghana in me, and now for quality education, none in me. Oh, and they had to say, same degree, as the course of said, or be back rock or technical canina allowances. Thinking that way you free from not idea where any to send quality education. This Jacob, who buy us, I know when a person, we
yeah, I say, Raman, yeah, I say. Elizabeth, okay, Elizabeth, good morning.
Morning.
If I'm not free,
If I shall make a free espresso.
O say?
Espresso.
Kumasi, you, me too.
If I shall make Yamopa.
Yeah, Joso.
Miss Ramo, Samia, who could send me a buffet on the Viano. Miss Ranipi, while Momodin, as you say. Yeah, I can't some and yet call sending buffet. That I mean you. Badwam, I can say, and my more than bedding. Ever. Until say a man, machine near a cheese, I'm near my way, you know. I say, I have to remember someone I then. That's what me. And my more dealing money a day, and you walk into your say a cat as summer. About why am I not? I didn't think to a day. A bed bread on my son, and yet I quality send you maybe a day. That's too good. Master man walking on Papa.
Yeah, that's it. Mammy, don't say that's it. I'll take you just a quick summary. Now, the bet you chat in a minute, be time or so.
No, cover. Mamma kind there. In a second of all, someone there. When you're Butama, yeah, on my being your mamma. Na, sir, you could. Oba wona na oye bo university oye cancerous ye kan dem bo isikru na eduko hospital there one say mo wa menyin there nurse yin or the odontipo offended cotton or the asaba the buffon from wa na o asewukun there abafo bebia wo bobo no ada Sabi obomie kuna kama no ze du yaw no za yekunu maguna ene na asa amambuzu mo ya motin say ya hwe ni ye na ya tutu nyame bi ya oyedin
that's how it is.
Dan ya hwe ni ye ni ya tutu nyame bi ye na ya boa yen as Ghanaians a mo boke so me
Sami yanko
kaba I been say situation ye wo mu no and then no the machine ma bebre na no say bi ma feature na na ma nko but me am a lot of me say near in all sectors, including even the central region, no Cliffy Hoban. Yet the Susu say Ghana from the face of this extremely Abana has not succeeded in killing all of us. Once a way a casa bit me a cano. You better so very clean.
Born
thank you. Thank you. I'll take my casa.
Near Bay and I. You see, I to shoot. You to talk on your boom. Lastly,
former Deputy Communication Director MPP and Kojo alote.
I'm for money here in books.
I mean, yeah, that's why I look here. No, I like ampa. Nyakupon na omani palak ndu na mwa. Seto de bina lak ni binu kwa mwa. Obre pa. Lak here ba center daroma na edi pisi mu brew. Na ni penufo free asabia ho aba bedru fia. Ya te me sabe nkum so Dr. Yeboa junior ka ho meboa. Junior doctor Yeboa ayo. Lak here ba clinic na fi very market structure. A PR at the Emma Lucky Clinic. So for much more about.
Yeah, any.
Yo, media meaning near lucky for Moyo. Yam Taboga for your man near Juma. Now, Pierre, Mamma, you can't say lucky about clinic crap. The Empire Moye.
Yo, una mera zebre. Ya ka lucky about clinic, yeah. Say, I don't know, I Sabia. I be drew, crudging any of this area. Na obalokie ba clinic brenu abahorno mo benya yaresa na obahorno mo ayedi ni se nyese oba ya prekupe na doctor de dreyeren edi account you fidie ekudema horo no mo your well equipped lab your well equipped scanning equipment e hono mani na no obahorno edika edi pedua no hwehwemu ni etumi hu yare kwa yaren esie edi awudi achi wo bebia kora na etumi yaren yewu ne ya so yare no etumi hu no wia na afi doctor etumi kwa yaren obefa so na wasa yare na obahorno so obi hono mo so bia Ubeni yari ni said it here no be here say you begin to word ubalokie ba clinic your word separate word your madie memma die ye won kwala nso de eni bebia ye ya woni adi na je say ubalokie ba clinic na say waba ayar sabie kudam aje say no ya rebi ha obi ade betumi atenete e de ama
ma nso na yemu ndro so
ya nso na yi ndro ye center ma yi ndro no ate ndro bi o ya so ne ye tolokie ba mcha eni bi ese ne ade every day bi anso ye kadishin ye menu yam say de bia de ye adwuma Sunday, Saturdays, man, every day. And I'm going to time be I ran back on. Oba ho mo ayo na sis phone doctor for no mo. Am I ready? So me timi asa yare.
Do you know that Hebas clinics in bebre no ano e wo nkuru akisi mu. O ba cry ma seta crowd ni ade. Go mo ba kuru ni nyanya no amokote de. Ade.
You dey on abro na so we bi asem ye. Sentia kwada ho no se ye dwuma na ye di ne ya yaresa no ya yale ahoro bebe wo ho no a no kranya me anim ni chise wunya ahaban mo no na watwe mu nsuo no ede aye na sabi se ye fi obehye krokasi ma krokasi ansa na wunya ahaban no wa de mesi danya ahaban di atwe mu nsuo de asa yale bi ti se asikyire yale laki ya ba ya sa ono ya ahaban mu nsuo ene ya de se ne yale bebe hepatitis B no kro no anom chise ahaban mu nsuo nti se ya beda kurokasi mu a epa chaya dia mepa ina bi onso oba hon mu a onsi ye bibie nue bi ne haban akra ina na okya asase bia bi di me kanso asebe ye wo for saka se we mfitire ho a utu ani ha obi dia le bi ba woda ni onya no akote edro no dia so ne nipa na anya nkom nyamedi nti na nda onso ma mikoya adwum no ngura ase no ana proketwa mu
o hwemu a sese ni a ekro no akani wayari bo ha na ontibidin ebu a obeti buari 24 cry na sai ade enta it is mu ya boso na sichiri ade na boso ebeta is binya de kan ne enti di wadrim gi enti na sai ade adoso enemre mu
you na bro na sibi me kan no na ye mfa ndro ni ade nuanuane ani free ye die ni hu se ale ya sase sai ale we mu hen papa ye 1960 akwesi brondi freezer Africa ya shase ya de nsuo chef regime ya shase ya de nam chef regime sabia ni baba me na okotwo bankra kampo ya shankala inti rondro na ya di dwannua no enioma ya fra bom ni edie no ano na ma de bia nya ya foforo cause ya ka aduane de obo hono ma da ne ba ko ba chiso dan no a de nioma bia mint mbubo din ubedwem afrafa na bra wudi no enyi ba ne ebra woni padua no if say chemicals dey different and nankasa na bere ya poison bi ti say bro ya di say bro di adro sha enwa na ewo no bewu ebro na ni mo na ewu na mo nso na de house bre ni pedu ya bro nko anam ya wi nyina ene ka ko ni ade na nru ya de ano ade ti bra udi sa no na panti na sa ya hodo bebre me na na otete ya fe no ya etwa sa mami ebra mani free no kwansen ya ka kukuo kwansen miensa ne oya nkwan wom ni ono boda ne banch wom na ni obu bibiduro wom obu wom a aya no me bia no pa bia se bi o ma wa se intimate me machine me ka sa memre me mi na anta ko ba bia pa bia wa ho de pa se bi free start me masa me kan krasa me talent to that 23 years ni so ho if you any pedi e be hwe so ye didie mu aya bia so bi kura fofo mu me hwe didie bia so le amna ya mo se ba nim se o wa jog ansa ni pesi aya me ndi nkodo bo di wia no koda afie ta nya size ena ha ne awo kwa afuka na ma yale adi asunku mu nti da ne yoma we ni aka nipa wa hode sabi de ni tuanu anu bebefo ho sabi ka fa mesreka dawda wa wosire mu anya na aka san kro no ne yoma ne haba mu di to mu tunyi cha se nya sabi wo kro kasie mu a ena ma ye rusu ne na ya cha ho ya yin ncha enche na stroke abstroke fi ya nkasa
yare nti lucky hair clinic wo say ade bi asana te
me pa cho yale bia a wo de ba ya so e bia na mum ne enwanwa ne ne e fese wo ba nya se sori ya ne ye so yale se ne masakwasi chire kan no ya do ba fa fidie mu ya lab ho ya scanning ho obo ho po ba na se bi yale o de ba no masa ohia se de adro be kan e ya futu keke ya tumi to fu kwa ba fa so be didi kwa ba fa so a obeda fa so enu nsuo ya tumi chachiro a ya man adro ya nso nipa no kwati apo ye wadi
ya ne lucky hair clinic ne gusa di enkomo wo yade ho nsem a ha Ghana for do no a na omo ogumo gwakrom na fenya no na komo no guso aya ya to so ya na taite se obu ha wo nso ensem ha no pa eno nso ye nwema
wo fa da sido ya ka wo asem o dia ya hadwen o Ghana pa na me ka obabi kwa wale na sa awo na mba yo ba akro mo rie abusia fa ye tire mama na busia fa nuano ne esene no aka butu ka kan bombe butu eso ya bia na bebre mfi emma no ye hwema bebre fi mama na bi de bia meka Ghana ha ya hwamasa ye yi mama be 100% si ho a near omwom be 55% or 50 so anya man ko be ma bi tumi ya adwuma ba ne space mwa omni ahode omo kwa wedie no mpamo fa chancho omo ko mu nya den obu wa so sabe space mu ni na awu no obi wa so sabe afro ne space ne agene nso no pa da ne se acid ono ko ba tu ma di sunsun so de oba no ayirase ina ba ma bi wa so sabe kafo ni nsuo na kasa no enwa no ewa hoode ba omo ko wa slow wo awodi no nti omo nya ahode ko nko hye awodi no maba no akofa no kosia wo atimi afa yefunu awoba tire yo ba yale no ri titi no ache ma se no kwa mwa nyina ebe de so ba ma ko no obedumi awo ye nua ma no masa ye ka bebre yo yale bi e friend da ye oda ni oda ye be ye da ye bi ye no eyo oba ahyase obebu ne sa no o se mayira se de bia obebu nsa na ayema so etumi yo bia musu ana ofe no bi wo ha de bi na ni yem se ba o mu ara ba hye nfe obi dia oda ya odin sa to efu no so me se ne ba nso na nya ba ye no a ono oba ayo asanya ba bia nhye na ko hye na odie ma efu ba betumi asai ana se e bia da ye betu efu agude bia mpo ambo ama efu ntumi nyina na oba wa sa ne nkosi oto no esusa inti da ba ne sa ba ma ni hye ko fa ntumi nya ba no bi nso wa sa be ka fra kosia no nsuo tena so ehun so won awodi ma bro hye do asesa tena ba de so oba aro no betu awoba ni enyu ba bebre so go no ya didi o ma se asesa bi o mkosi o mo nti ma se ka won asema and the other than lucky ba obi a otie mi except nim say nya na asem bi na meto awon asem pa de masa me kan da obi otie mi nim say lucky ba de obi a won no yale atango ani lucky ba
pero se am se me de mim se umo gwakrom sodro kwan so na mo na afi nyanya no nsi no nsu ya kan say lucky ba bites and I want make sure na no hifa poti no bi pe bi ata obinya bi
yo e dia mira sibibre me ba cho se o peluki ba clinic ye duro ni bi atso se bi tana samcha ye kan ye wo sales vans e ne nam gan hade ba bia ko bi ade wo be share ki ba clinic sales vans ahudo ni na bi ene ye sign so e wo ye point ahudo bi so aye si contain san crofere ɛtonton no bi but wo bie to aton e bi na wo bie drugstore ye distributor so be to dro no bi den e kɔkɔton wa msrew wo block ya clinic ya so ye kɛse e wo bomogu akro bi ba ne so kwan no a obi bi ato na ka so enya no kwan so no obi bi e ho saran so en eche next week Monday no back can this first like right opposite Accra me ye bi branch e wono mo no so wono mo a mo so metimi akendru
na ma minka sanko mo yenwie ye Kratos mania ba ba Doctor Junior Doctor Boa na fi berema kwesi ohire Lucky Herbal Clinic nkomo na edebro Doctor answer na ye koji krato na semba kona mpese mbisa teach you and kwanya Ghana for best fast for bet na sia yebedi yade ntim yesu koni afuto
abro me da sibio te nipa pese onyi che wa abla yale ntanyan a aye nipa bia wo ho a mandwendwen bebre no obi awade a memfa hye mu ka kire no me ade ya oye me na nye ho wi amanweno afi so abufuo pi enye omo mo abufuo pi omo nya hwe yi ena nkro ba ya sabia na bebre ya stroke ya behwe no na bebre ye adwendwen abufuo ana se bia na si kire wo mu jenu na afosoro ana se pressure saa ne ma wo dwendwen na wonya abufuo pi etumi edebra wo pa na afi so mumie ye o eji bia fie bia du a se wo te nche so nche ko form kra na nche kon se we ana we te so na form na afi mumie nso ya bibi se esuru sa ani form wusa na ye de ye bia nedi ani akaka do no ensin mo ko bebre a ye na mo ma ye nso ya exercise ebabu asabe ka fra sade nam bebre no amani pedia sabe min sai obi adwuma ni bia opese onyi cha na bi ti sanka sasa kwasi ahoya ba ne nso ano ama ni banya abomudi ni panso yin cha ne bande lo no ne no ba haba no omo tedi no omtumi yin cha pa sin ya na asabe ka fra di nnuane pofi aduane bia ba so no ano amwaye nti ni pa bia so no ya na yesu tane yesididi da wakoye adwuma wo hwe na ebu na nsia di wanwuma aduane na kakra odi ada wan didi adwa abo no nsia fa no odidi atra odi nko ansa na obada wada on ba mani pia no etimi anya acha odidi no bia benya hoode esin sania obidi edibada no efutu de ma amanfo bio yenua no bebre wo ho ma omunim duro pa ha bendro no nso nya moa abantwa na nhwen ye bwa oman se nurses bebre sia adwuma bie omunya adwuma anye biti sabi mi twa na Lucky Herbal ya wa nurses bebre ya form medical nurses ya form so kan wa ebo adwuma no kwaso no nti sa ntwe na de hwen a yanso yetimi afa bebre so de akama oman ya kwaso na afa bebre ni mu haba na omuntumi kwaso no sabi yes county nti abantwa ni nhwe oman ya biduro na ya ba oman kwati se ni Lucky Herbal ya ji oman yin kwan
na kase
why lucky
observe na enkomo no aha na edibesi na makaya woda se gomo go akrum na Lucky Herbal Center ewo agnaso edru kwan so na fi nyanya no kaswa one number is 0243 201 244 0243 201 244 0277 465 855 0277 465 855 and afi 0242 238 754 0242 238 745 no ne number sa ofra mbetimi abo na wotimi akwakoje Junior Doctor Boa e bada sen pay and afi be ma so so das e ko ye so na ya before atnase na e de afisa mu so e de atwa so go ze nondu e de medi ni na no be ko na wi me se Philippians 4:8 and no ye me na sekania na mum wo de verse 4 to 6 so account because you say ya make an so ka and no bitimi abo ye papa ka say na e ye nyina dia o ko nkuture numa na wo bi dia mo mangana ya mi shira